Iorwerth to ask the emergency question.
Diolch, Dirk Pwy Lywydd. A wnaeth y gweinidog ddatganiad Brys am y gyhoeddiad ynglyn â Wylfa Newydd.
Diolch. I issued a written statement in response to the announcement on the 17th of January, and I've since been speaking with Hitachi, with Horizon Nuclear Power, the UK government, local stakeholders, and I also attended an emergency meeting of the North Wales Economic Ambitions Board yesterday, and I can assure the member that we are doing everything possible as this developing situation unfolds.
Diolch yn fawr iawn. Mi oedden ni, dwi'n meddwl, yn disgwyl y gyhoeddiad yma ers rhai misoedd. Dwi'n meddwl allan ni ofyn cwestiynau ynglyn â be wnaeth Llywodraeth Prydain yn yr amser yna i geisio achub y gytundeb, ond o ran Llywodraeth Cymru, mae'n werth gofyn heddiw o bosib pa gama o ystyried yn bod ni'n disgwyl y gyhoeddiad fydd Llywodraeth Cymru ni cymryd i lunio cama gweithredu, cynllun gweithredu ar gyfer gyhoeddiad o'r math yma. Tybed allwch chi amlinellu y cynlluniau hynny? O ran y cama nesaf, mae gweld be all gael ei wneud i gadw'r cynllun presennol yn fyw yn rhan amlwg o'r hyn sy'n digwydd ar hyn o bryd. Mae rhaid i fi ddweud, dwi'n ofni bod ysgrifennydd Cymru yn Llywodraeth Prydain yn bod yn anghyfrifol, yn sôn am y posibilrwydd o adfer y prosiect o fewn blwyddyn neu ddwy neu dair. Ond os mae'r bwriad ydy trio creu model ariannu newydd, gai ofyn pa rôl mae Llywodraeth Cymru yn cynnig i chwarae yn y rôl honno ar y cyd a phartneriaid eraill yn lleol. Ond beth bynnag sy'n gallu cael ei wneud o ran adfer y cynllun penodol yma, mae'n amlwg bod angen buddsoddiad rwan yn ychwanegol i wneud i fyny am yr hyn sy'n cael ei golli o leia yn y tymor byr. Mae gwleidyddiaeth niwclear yn un peth, dwi'n deall dadleuon o blaid ac yn erbyn niwclear, ond fel cyfle economaidd wrth gwrs, mae'r gyhoeddiad yma wedi bod yn ergyd i genedlaethau o bobl ifanc yn Ynys Môn. Maen nhw angen gweld rwan bod popeth yn cael ei wneud i fuddsoddi yn ei dyfodol nhw. Felly, a wnaeth y gweinidog sydd wedi rhoi arwyddion o hyn yn barod, wneud ymrwymiad i fuddsoddi rhagor rwan yng Nghynllun Twf y Gogledd. Mae 120 o filiynau wedi glusnodi yn barod, yn ogystal â 120 o filiynau gan Lywodraeth Prydain. Mi fydd angen cynyddu y swm hwnnw yn sylweddol rwan, mwyn buddsoddi mewn cynlluniau adfywio a datblygu economaidd y Môn yn enwedig yng Ngogledd yr Ynys ag ardal Amlwch. Mae angen symud i agor lein Amlwch. Mae angen sicrhau cyllid i wneud y cyswllt trydan i gynllun parth yn ei morlais. Mae angen cefnogi buddsoddiad Minesto. Felly mi fyddwn ni'n gwerthfawrogi sicrwydd yn hynny o beth gan Lywodraeth Cymru. Ac ymhellach, gawn ni sicrwydd y bydd Llywodraeth Cymru yn gwthio ar Lywodraeth Prydain i gynyddu cyfraniad nhw at Fargen Twf y Gogledd. Dyma brosiect arall i Gymru sydd wedi methu a cael ei ddilifro ganddyn nhw. Mae'n rhaid iddyn nhw ddangos ymrwymiad drwy fuddsoddi pellach yn cynnwys y bosib drwy gyfeirio arian ymchwil sylweddol addysg uwch i Brifysgol Bangor. Mae Cymru yn methu a chael ei siar o arian cyllid ymchwil fel ag y mai. Ac yn ola, gai sicrwydd y bydd Llywodraeth Cymru yn rhoi pob cymorth i'r staff, y rheini sy'n gweithio efo Horizon yn Wylfa ar hyn o bryd, sydd wrth gwrs wedi cael llythyrau rhybuddion di-swyddo yr wythnos diwetha. Pobl dda o'r gweithlu lleol fydd angen cefnogaeth rwan.
Can I thank the local member for the very important points that he made and the questions that he raised. In terms of planning for this eventuality, well, of course, I'd already given the go-ahead to the development of a regional plan for North Wales alongside the development of regional plans for the other two regions. That plan is in development as we meet here today and will, of course, take account of the situation that we're in and the various scenarios that could be played out in the months and years to come. But alongside the regional plan, of course, is the North Wales growth deal with the 16 projects that are contained in it. Some are sensitive to the Wylfa Newydd project, but of course others are not. And yesterday, during the meeting of the North Wales Economic Ambitions Board, we discussed how prioritisation could be given to a number of projects, and those projects that are potentially most transformational for the region, and indeed how they could potentially be accelerated and scaled up. I think if I could just identify one as an example, I think the digital project has huge potential and could be scaled up and delivered at great pace. Shreen also raised the important point about the work that will be undertaken in the coming months, insofar as a potential new funding model is concerned. I think it's fair to say that we must do all we can collectively here in North Wales and UK government working with Horizon to ensure that the project, if it can go forward, does go forward with a minimum pause. In terms of the new funding model and the work that's underway, we've been assured that the review and the report will be completed by the summer. The regulated asset base model has been utilised in other major infrastructure programmes. The one that I would point to is probably the best example of its utilisation recently in this sort of field is the Thames Tideway. We need to be fully involved in any conversations, discussions and deliberations over that potential funding model, and have asked officials to engage fully with BEIS. In terms of support for the North Wales economy and more generally the marine energy sector of Wales, we believe as a government that the UK government should look to develop a new tariff regime that assists the development of the sector in the same way that, for example, wind was assisted in its formative years. That would enable Wales to lead the field in the deployment of marine energy technology, and it would ensure that as we seek energy security, we are able to rely more heavily on renewable forms of energy. And of course, in and around Anglesey, there are already existing centres of excellence and research facilities concerning marine energy. In terms of the quantum that we have allocated to the North Wales growth deal, I was always very clear that in supporting the growth deal to the tune of £120 million, we were matching the UK government. But I was also very clear in statements made before Christmas that we believe that the UK government should increase its contribution. If it so does, so will we. And I do await positive news from the UK government concerning the sum of money that it is willing to contribute to this important deal. And it's also worth bearing in mind that in addition to our contribution to the North Wales growth deal, we are also planning £600 million of infrastructure programmes across the region in the coming years. And on top of that, a huge amount of money will be invested in our social infrastructure, in new schools, health centres, hospital facilities, again, making sure that we contribute to the regional economy and its economic resilience. What I would say is that in considering any additional resource for new projects, we should not tolerate an uncoordinated call for support for programmes in North Wales. It's absolutely essential that the regional plan and the North Wales growth deal bid take centre stage in developing the economic footprint and interventions of North Wales. And so I would call on any interested parties to ensure that their work, their proposals are aligned with the growth deal bid and our emerging regional plan. I think the member is absolutely right as well to call for an increase in research and development spend in the region, and I would widen that to say we should have an increased spend in Wales as a whole. Of course, within the growth deal, there is a £20 million project for access to smart energy relating to the development of Cwestiwn as a centre for the deployment of small modular reactors. I'd like the UK government now to examine the potential to ring-fence sums within the sector deals for nuclear and aerospace for the region and for Wales to ensure that we are at the forefront of technological development in two areas of expertise that I think we are renowned for around the globe. And finally, in terms of employees, my heart goes out to those people who have worked so diligently over a significant period of time. We are in talks with Horizon about the numbers that will be retained, but we have a proven track record of being able to assist people who are affected by such decisions through REACT and through a coordinated response across a number of government agencies. Of course, we will support anyone affected in the same way, but I can also assure the member that we are looking to go beyond this by engaging intensively with businesses across the region who were scaling up and skilling up in order to take advantage of this once-in-a-generation opportunity. We are examining every possible means of providing opportunities for work and for businesses to take advantage of during the period that this project is paused.